Why are there not more people talking about the secrets to incredible oral sex? Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into some intimate secrets that will enhance your sexual experience and make her orgasm every time. You know, so many couples, they are afraid to talk about sex, but let me tell you, communication is key. It's like anything else in a relationship, you need to talk to each other. And don't just assume you know what the other person wants, ask. Believe me, a little curiosity goes a long way. We're going to unlock the secrets of incredible oral sex, and trust me, these tips are going to change the way you approach pleasure. So sit back, relax, and get ready to take some notes. Because by the end of this video, you'll be well on your way to becoming a master of oral pleasure. My first tip, and it's a big one, is to focus on communication. Now I know what you're thinking, Dr. Ruth, talking during sex? Isn't that a little clinical? But trust me on this one. Communication is not just about talking, it's about connecting on a deeper level. It's about understanding and being understood. You see, every woman is different. What drives one woman wild might not do a thing for another. This is why open and honest communication is key. It helps you learn about each other's desires, boundaries, and fantasies. That's why it's so important to ask your partner what she enjoys. Don't assume you know what she likes based on past experiences or stereotypes. Every individual is unique, and their preferences can change over time. And don't just ask once at the beginning and think you're done. Keep the conversation going throughout the experience. This ongoing dialogue can make the experience more intimate and enjoyable for both of you. Ask her how something feels, if she likes the rhythm, the pressure, everything. This not only shows that you care about her pleasure but also helps you become a better lover. And pay close attention to her responses. Is she moaning, arching her back? These are all clues to what's working. Non-verbal cues can be just as important as verbal ones, and don't be afraid to ask her directly, do you like it when I... You get the idea? This kind of direct communication can eliminate any guesswork and make the experience more satisfying. Remember, good communication is the foundation of a fulfilling sex life. It's not just about the physical act but also about the emotional connection you build with your partner. So start talking to your partner and discover a whole new world of pleasure together. Open up, be honest, and most importantly, listen. You'll be amazed at how much closer you can become. Now let's move on to tip number 2. Use your hands. Hands are not just for holding or simple gestures, they are powerful instruments of connection and intimacy. So many people think oral sex is all about the mouth, but that's like reading only the first page of a good book. There's so much more to explore and enjoy. Your hands can add layers of sensation and pleasure that your mouth alone cannot achieve. Your hands are incredible tools for pleasure. They can communicate love, desire, and tenderness in ways that words often cannot. The warmth of your touch can send shivers down her spine and make her feel cherished. While you're focusing on her most sensitive area, use your hands to explore her body. Caress her thighs, gently massage her breasts, and let your touch convey your passion. The skin is the largest organ and it craves attention and affection. Let your fingers dance along her stomach, tracing patterns that make her giggle or sigh. The lightest touch can be incredibly arousing, and varying your pressure can keep her guessing and heighten her anticipation. You can even use your hands to stimulate other erogenous zones. The back of her neck, her lower back, and even her feet can be sources of immense pleasure if touched with care and attention. Remember, the clitoris is its own erogenous zone, and it's the key to her pleasure. It's not just about direct stimulation. The surrounding areas are also highly sensitive and can respond to your touch in delightful ways. You can use your fingers to gently stimulate the clitoris while your mouth is elsewhere. This dual stimulation can be incredibly intense and satisfying for her, creating a symphony of sensations. Experiment with different touches, different rhythms. Sometimes a slow, deliberate touch can be more arousing than a fast one. Pay attention to her responses and adjust accordingly. And don't forget about her hair. Gently stroke it, tug it lightly, hold her head. The scalp is full of nerve endings, and a gentle touch can be incredibly soothing and erotic at the same time. These small touches can make a world of difference. They show that you are attentive and care about her pleasure, which can deepen your emotional connection. Remember, the more senses you engage, the more intense the experience will be for both of you. Touch, sight, sound, and even smell can all play a role in creating a memorable and deeply satisfying experience. My third and final tip for incredible oral sex is to take your time. This might sound simple, but it's often overlooked in the heat of the moment. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to rush through everything, even intimacy. We live in a society that values speed and efficiency, but when it comes to pleasure, these aren't always the best qualities. But trust me, when it comes to oral sex, slow and steady wins the race. Taking your time allows you to connect more deeply with your partner, creating a more intimate and satisfying experience for both of you. Think of it like savoring a delicious meal. You wouldn't rush through a gourmet dinner, would you? You'd take your time to enjoy each course, appreciating the effort and flavors that went into it. You wouldn't gobble it down in one gulp, would you? No, you'd savor each bite, letting the flavors dance on your tongue. No, you'd take your time, enjoying each bite, appreciating the flavors. The same principle applies to oral sex. It's about the journey, not just the destination. Well, it's the same with oral sex. Start slowly, teasing and tantalizing with your tongue. Explore different areas, and pay attention to your partner's reactions. Start slowly, teasing and tantalizing with your tongue. Build up the anticipation. Let the pleasure build gradually. This slow buildup can lead to a more intense and satisfying climax. Build up the anticipation, let the pleasure build gradually. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. The more you invest in the journey, the more rewarding the destination will be. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. And don't be afraid to take breaks, to switch things up. Variety can add an element of surprise and excitement. And don't be afraid to take breaks to switch things up. The element of surprise can be incredibly exciting. Try different techniques and see what your partner enjoys the most. The element of surprise can be incredibly exciting. By taking your time, you're showing your partner that you're fully present, that you're invested in her pleasure. This level of attention and care can make the experience unforgettable. By taking your time, you're showing your partner that you're fully present, that you're invested in her pleasure. This not only enhances the physical experience but also strengthens the emotional connection between you. And that, my friends, is the key to an unforgettable experience. So slow down, take your time, and enjoy every moment. Your partner will thank you for it. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more sex education and relationship advice. Remember, good sex is all about communication, exploration, and taking your time. Don't be afraid to experiment and find out what works best for you and your partner. The most important thing is to have fun and enjoy the journey. See you next time. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.